Hello and welcome, everyone. I hope you are doing well. And I am streaming today on both my channel on YouTube and as well on the Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook group. So, wherever you are joining from, hello and welcome. Thanks for joining me this afternoon. I am super excited for this project. So, I hope you will be crafting along with me, but even if you're not, I always enjoy having crafty friends to chat with during my streams. Oh, I already see some friends in the chat. Welcome, Shauna. Hello. As you're coming in, do drop a hello. Let me know where you are joining from. I also see Cynthia from Texas. Hello and welcome. Heather, hi, my friend. Welcome. And I will actually, let me see. I think I might not be live on Facebook. So let me know, folks, if you are able to see me on Facebook. Um, if maybe one of my friends here on YouTube could maybe pop on over to Facebook and check for me. T, welcome everyone from balmy and stormy Alabama. Oh no, are you getting some bad weather there, T? Hopefully nothing too serious. I am going to just check on my settings 1 second just to make sure that on my end to see if I can fix what is happening or might be happening over on Facebook. And let's see. I hope everybody's doing well today. It's a little bit overcast here and also rainy, but not really storms per se. And if you didn't know, I'm from the Pacific Northwest. I'm in Washington State. So right now we are doing okay. Okay, good tea. Nothing too major. Alabamians be outside going, hold my beer. Oh, hello from Massachusetts. Oh, welcome. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining today. I don't know if I fixed the issue on Facebook. Um, oh no. I think I am still having issues on Facebook, and hopefully that's going to resolve itself. Oh my, Cynthia, 106 in Texas. Oh, I don't think I can handle that that kind of weather. Um, all right. So because I feel like I don't know, this happened to me last time too when I tried to stream to Facebook and YouTube where for some reason it just wasn't making it out to Facebook. And the error I see on my end says, I like these emojis, says that it might be an issue with Facebook. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But I'm going to pop on over just to see if anyone's trying to catch the stream from there and maybe redirect them over here to YouTube and they can join us. So I hope everybody's doing well. As you can see, I've got the Not Too Shabby Shop Paper Pad Club of the Month in front of me, and that is what I'll be crafting with today. I am really excited. You can see all the bright, beautiful colors of this paper pad. So I think it's a real treat to get to craft with it. And as well, I think it's still in stock. I think some of the monthly subscription clubs have actually sold out, but I think the Paper Pad Club is actually still in stock. So you should still be able to get it. And it does come with coordinating ephemera, which I'll also show as well. Let me see if I can go ahead and share this out to Facebook. And then we'll get going. Oh, that actually reminds me, if you're joining live or if you are catching on the replay, could you do me the favor of actually liking this stream and as well sharing it out, especially since we are having technical difficulties with this making it out to the Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook group. So, if you could share it, that'll actually help folks, um, pop on over and find us and realize that we are live. Um, let's see. I'm gonna technical difficulties. Streaming to Facebook. Please join me on YouTube. All right. Message sent. Okay, so oh, Cordelia. Hi, hi friend. Welcome. And okay, so let me show you these papers. Oh, hi Jamie. I'm sorry, Jamie. I don't know why, but StreamYard won't let me stream this out to Facebook. It's giving me an error, and I can't work out what how to fix it on my end. But we are here on YouTube at least. So let me show you the paper pads that come in this month's paper pad club. And Jamie, I was saying earlier that I think the Paper Pad Club is actually still in stock. Could you confirm that? Because I know some of the subscriptions have actually sold out, but if I remember right, I think this one's still in stock. So you do get two paper pads and coordinating ephemera. This looks light, but I'll show you where they all went in a moment. The first paper pad I'll show is called A Sweet Life. And you'll have to excuse the fact that it's kind of all separated, but I'll do my best to flip through. Clearly, I've been crafting with it. So we've got some gorgeous prints here. And lots of, you can already kind of see the color palette, really, really bright. Lots of beautiful fruits and jam jars, really gorgeous. And lots of little berries. The colors are just amazing. And of course, we do get ephemera that you can cut out. So it's not pre-cut. That way, if you wanted, you could use the back for that pattern because these are all double-sided. So if you didn't need any more of your cut aparts, don't worry, it's not pre-cut for you. So you've got that option. And all of the papers are double-sided and they are just absolutely gorgeous. You get 24 sheets in total, and you'll have 4 sheets of each of the double-sided designs. So really, really gorgeous and always so beautiful. Not super glossy, so you can still, kind of ink on them and stamp on them if you like to do paper piecing, which I think fall gingham would be really, really lovely for because look at these. Isn't that beautiful? It might be hard to tell on camera because I have my lights really bright. There are actually it is actually 2 different shades. You have a slightly, if I bend this, see how it's a little bit darker on one side and a little bit lighter on the other side? So it is slightly different between front and back. So you're getting some variety there. And this is just a really lovely, I like a nice tight sort of gingham because it's a nice small print, which makes it, I feel for me anyways, really, really easy to use. Sometimes your larger prints can be hard to use on a smaller project, though they are nice to fussy cut from. So there's always a little bit of a trade-off. So that's why it's always nice to have a bit of a variety. And as well, here in this paper pad, you'll have 24 sheets in total and 4 of each of the 6 double-sided designs. So really lovely and a beautiful, beautiful paper pad. Hi, Don. Welcome. Oh, hello, hello. There's Don. Welcome, my friend. Okay, so let me show you what I do too. the navy. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, these colors are beautiful, and we get the whole rainbow. I love that. Okay, so let me show you the project that I'll be making today. Hi, Meg. Welcome, my friend. This is it might have another name. I don't really know because I kind of made up these dimensions, but I'm calling it a trifold pocket folio. So I've got a belly band here, and then you open this up and you've got three pockets which you can use to, and here's where all of the ephemera that I mentioned went. So I've tucked in some of these beautiful ephemera pieces. They match the paper pad, this one here, A Sweet Life. So so not only do you have the cut aparts that are designed as one of the sheets here, you do also have the coordinating ephemera, which is nice because then you can always sort of order more if you want. And what I always love about how the ephemera that Teresa designs for us is that we always get them in a variety of different sort of scales. So you have some jam jars that are larger and then some that are smaller. That way, if you're working on like a larger scale project, let's say you're a scrapbooker and you make large sort of 12 by 12 scrap pages or layouts, you've got the larger pieces which might help to fill the space a little bit better. Or if you are a USA2 size card maker, then you've got your smaller bits too. And then as well, I've got the really itty bitty pieces like the individual berries. I've got those left in the cello there. And I love this as an idea for a couple things. You could use it as storage for your ephemera, which is how I kind of have it laid out right now. But what I am planning on using these for is sending just a little bit of happy mail out. And that way I can actually put maybe some different items, almost like a loaded envelope or a loaded pocket where you might tuck in some maybe some panels that you've cut out of specialty card or some of the pattern paper just to give a little sample, some ephemera, maybe some embellishments, whatever have you, bit of ribbon, a bit of washi, things like that. So I thought it would be fun to kind of make these as little kind of happy mail packets to send out. And the belly band helps it so that because it's open at the top here, well, it's doing a pretty good job of staying in there. But I thought it would be useful to have the belly band just in case anything might be tempted to slide out of the top there, so that once you have this on, it's secured. Nothing's gonna fall out of it. So that's the project that I'll be making today. And I did post a supply list and cutting guide to the Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook event for this live stream. But don't worry, because if you happen to be crafting along with me today, I will bring that up and we'll go through everything step by step. Okay, a little bit of a sneaky peek. I've used solid color cardstock for the 12 by 12 sheet of paper that was, I think, the first thing on my supply list. And if you're using 12 by 12, then or if you're using solid color cardstock, I think that makes it really fun because you can decorate the inside and the outside. But for folks who do have 12 by 12 pattern paper, I just want to show you, this is like so easy to put together because the paper is double-sided. So I didn't actually have to like do mats and layers. I could just decorate this with just like little bits of ephemera and a little bit of fussy cutting from some of the pattern papers. And here's what I mean by, like, you could do a little cello packet of ephemera, you could do, like, a little bit of, you could do ribbon like I've done here, but you could maybe, like, wrap a little sample of washi tape, include a little baggie of sequins or an embellishment mix, and, and then, that becomes a nice little gift that you can give out to your crafty friends. And I do wanna, mention though, if you are using, uh, pattern paper like I have, with this one, I kind of made the mistake in scoring because this one here opens to the left and this one here opens to the right. So I don't know what seems more natural to everybody because I think this is more natural, right? Because it's more like a book. So wouldn't that be like that's probably the way that you would expect it, right? Um, but for some reason, after I made this one, it actually feels more natural to open it this way because I'm right-handed, and I don't know why this feels more natural to open, but this seems more like a book, so that seems more correct in a sense. But if you are using double-sided papers that especially one that's directional, then you may wanna, take note of how you're scoring, because it will matter because the 3 panels are not equal. And I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to that. Um, oh, yeah, you could almost build a mini card kit in that. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Um could you well, each of these actually ends up measuring, 4 inches. So, if you were okay including panels that were, like mats and layers that were less than 4 inches wide, that would definitely work. I might steal your idea because I always have a lot of, card kits that are left over, and I never know what to do with them. And maybe it would be a fun idea to just do like a little mini card kit, just try to make as many as I can from my leftover card kits and then send them out as a bit of crafty mail. All right, Don, you need to send me your address because I'm gonna steal your idea and I'll probably send you one. So, DM me your address, please. All right, I'm not gonna fuss with that. So let's get started. Oh, yeah. Right? Yeah, gift the leftovers, exactly. Yep, yep, I love it. Thank you for the suggestion. For 3 by 3 cards with little envelopes. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Or like maybe like an ATC kit, like an ATC making kit where, you just have your 2.5 by 3.5s already cut, like the actual ATC base, and then like little mini envelopes to go with as well. That could be fun too. So yeah, I thought it would be kind of fun to do that as a bit of a happy mail gift idea. Okay, so, uh, thanks for permission. We have to take our inspiration where we get it, and so thank you, my friend, for that idea. Okay, so for anyone who is going to craft with me, let me run down the supply list and we'll go over all of these measurements as we're making it as well. But just to give you a heads up, and if you are catching on the replay, you could even maybe take a little screenshot of this, and that way you'll have everything that you need. I'm gonna start with a sheet of 12 by 12. I'm using solid color cardstock, but definitely you could use double-sided 12 by 12 pattern paper, and that would work really well, and it would be really fast too, because it's going to be decorated or it's going to look nice on both sides. Then from that 12 by 12, you want to cut your first piece at 12 inches wide by 8 inches tall. The next piece you cut will be 2.5 wide by 12 inches tall. So basically, you can get both of these cuts. The reason why I stated 2.5 wide by 12 tall. That's essentially our belly band. So that's going to be this piece here. If you are using something directional, I just wanted to make sure you would know that which how to orient your paper, just in case you were using something that was a pattern paper that was directional. So that gets you the pocket, the base, and that gets you your belly band strip. So that is what you'll need from your 12 by 12, and you'll have a little bit left over from that. Then from your pattern paper, you'll need 3 pieces that are 3 1/4 wide by 3 3/4 wide by 5 3/4 tall. 3 of those. So basically, that's the mat layer for the front, the mat layer for the inside of that front panel, and the mat layer of the inside of the middle panel. So those are where those 3 pieces go. So if you're just now choosing your papers, that gives you an idea for where they'll go. If you want them to be all the same, all different, that's designer's choice, of course. Then your next on the list is 3 7/16. So I'm sorry for the 16ths of an inch, but I really like to have even margins. So 3 7/16 by 5 3/4. You'll need 2 of those, and where those 2 panels go are on this last pocket panel here. So those are the mat layers on the last one. And that's because this is actually, we are not scoring our 12, so this is 12 inches wide. I'm not scoring at 4 and 4 or 4 and 8 to make 3 equal panels. And the reason is because I've given myself a gusset. Let's flip over to this. So I've got a little bit of a gusset here and then a slightly wider gusset on this side. So I have a small gusset, like I think this is an eighth, and I think this might be 3/16. Sorry. The reason for the gusset is because if you do plan to like load this up, like I have with ephemera, or in the case of this, see how bulky this is? Having that gusset gives it room to bulk out. So so that's why the panels aren't all 3 evenly even widths of 4 inches. This last one, these first 2 are 4 inches. This last one is whatever was left over. So it comes just shy, as you can see. So that is my tri-fold pocket folio. So then we have the next pieces are again kind of optional, just depending on what papers you're using, but 3/4 of an inch wide by 1 3/4 of an inch tall, and that's for our the mat layers on our pockets down here. And so those measurements were for these two. And then the very last one is 3 7/16 wide by 1 3/4 tall, and that's for this last one here. So that is the pattern paper. And of course, I just did a little bit of fussy cutting from like the leftover strips, just to add little decoratives all throughout. And then as well, you'll want a bit of ephemera or something, because when you do your belly band, it's not going to actually close all the way. You'll have a little bit of a gap, but you'll hide that gap with this bit of ephemera. So that is what we'll need to craft with today. And are we not loving we're not loving the 16th of an inch. Sorry, T. Killing me. Sorry. Um oh, oh love that loaded folio. Me too, love folios and yeah, and it's super easy and, fun to make, so, measure schmeasure. I don't, but thank you for providing those. I love it. Yes, make it your own. For sure. Alright, so I'm gonna get started. If you are crafting along with me live today, just holler at me if I need to slow down or, revisit a step. Okay, so I gotta start off, and I'm doing it all for I don't have anything prepared. I wanted to just do it all in real time live because it is a project that comes together pretty quickly. So let's get started with the cutting this down. So I want to get 8 inches by 12, and I want it to actually bring my supply list up just to make sure I get this right. So 8 inches by 12. Let me know in the chat if anyone does happen to be crafting along. Aw, T's like, I can't craft along ever. Brain doesn't work that way. uh, Meg, same. Yeah, the blue is really nice because oh, hi Elisa, welcome. I won't be crafting along though. Okay, no worries. Um, I still already shared all of the measurements, so if you need to catch the replay for that, they will be it'll be in the replay as well if you need. But I've only just gotten started, so I'll go through all of the measurements as I go. But I love the blue because I don't think blue isn't really like in the palette, but the purple is it's like a very bluish purple. So I thought it would I think it goes pretty well. Hopefully you all agree. She hit us with algebra. Oh, you are so funny. Okay, 12 by 8. All right, let's get this going. 12 by 8. Meg's in the chat. Meg, I resisted the urge. If you all are on Facebook or my YouTube, I put the question out there of who was gonna get the new Sizzix scoring tool that is coming out, and I came very close to getting it, very very close, but I managed to resist. Okay, so I've got my 12 by 8 tall, and I've got my technically 2.5 wide by 8. So here it's a lot easier than using your pattern paper or your like a directional pattern paper, because then you can actually get it like from the same 12 by 12. You can get both of these, because if you had something directional, this piece is like up is that way, and for this piece, up is that way. So you wouldn't be able to get, if you were using directional pattern paper, you wouldn't be able to get both pieces from the same 12 by 12, unless you have paper like this, where maybe the opposite side, if it's double-sided, sometimes the opposite side might not be directional, so then you just use the back. So just something to take note of if you are using anything that is a pattern paper or is directional. So we'll need to do some more cutting later, because I don't even have my panels cut, but you'll see how easy this is and how fast it'll be to come together. So I'm gonna set this the belly band strip to one side, and Meg says I didn't, meaning Meg did not resist. Got it ordered. Meg, you're gonna have to tell me. I don't know if I want you to tell me how you like it, because maybe I'll have some regret from not buying it, and then it'll be more expensive by the time you tell me. But the reason why I didn't get it is because I have this, which already does the cutting and the scoring, um, in one, and what it doesn't have is that neato, uh, angled ruler that comes out. So I would buy the Stampin' Up! One because that cuts or scores. Yeah, um, yeah, the new Sizzix one, it's kinda like this where you can do both cutting and scoring. Oh, I don't wanna use this one though. My bad. I do like to use my 12-inch. Alright. So, our scoring is oh, folks, if you didn't like the 16ths of an inch when, for the cutting of the matte layers, you're not gonna like this either. So, um, you'll see why in a second. Okay, so I if you wanna score this, uh, there's like if you're using solid color cardstock, um, you wanna it doesn't really matter what side you wanna score on. If you are using a double-sided paper and there's one side in particular that you want to be on the outside, then you wanna score on that side. Because normally I always fold my score lines, as mountain folds. So you want all of your mountain folds to be, from the outside. So if you are using a pattern paper, just, take note of that. And, um, yeah, 65, but T, it was on sale for well, yeah, Meg said it. It was on sale for 45, but then on scrapbook.com. And then yesterday they had 10% off. I think it was just that was the last day. They had like a customer appreciation 10% off. And so it's 10% off of 45. So it was I still didn't get it though. I don't know how I managed to resist. But folks in the chat, could if you have an opinion, let me know what which one is more natural for you? Open this way, like the not too shabby, or open this way, the Christmas one? Um, because how you score on solid color cardstock won't really matter, but how you score if you're using pattern paper, it kind of does since we don't have equal panels. Okay, so I am gonna get started scoring. Okay, so I will score my first line at 4 inches. And if you are going to do um pattern paper, you might actually need to oh, interesting. Shauna says the not too shabby one. And Don says not too shabby because you're a lefty. Interesting. Jamie says open the N2S way. Yeah, it does seem like that's the correct way. Okay, so I scored my first line at 4 inches. Next is I am going to score that was this first score line here. The next score line I need to put in is that little bit of a gusset. That gusset is only 3/16 of an inch. So how do you score 3/16 of an inch, or how do I do it? Because I only have 1/8 inch scoring intervals. So I cheat, and what I do is I just move my previous score line so that it's I know, don't hate me. It's just that's just what I did. But you can alter this, don't worry. I just move the previous score line until it's sort of in the middle of 2 tick marks, and then that gets me basically scooching it in by 1/16 of an inch, and then I skip that first notch, and then I score at the next notch. So that gives me 3/16 of an inch. So I don't know if there are scoring tools that have 16ths of an inch, but our first score line was at 4. Our next one is at 4 and 3/16 of an inch. I apologize again profusely for the 16ths of an inch. I know not everyone's a fan. The next score line that I need to put in is at 8 and 3/16 of an inch. And here again, I'll cheat. I'm just gonna take my most recent score line, scooch it over until it is flush with a number, any number, 5, and then I'll go 4 inches from 5. So then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have my third score line. So if you have a scoreboard or scoring tool that lets you score 16ths of an inch, that ends up being at 8 and 3/16. And then our next score line, so we just scored this line here towards the end. That's the end of our middle panel. The next score line is going to be for this little bit of a gusset here, that 1/8 inch gusset. It's 1/8 inch away. So I just line up that last score line with any tick mark. I have my scoring tool is spaced at 1/8 of an inch, and so I'll just get my 1/8 inch from there. So, um, Cordelia, did I lose you, or is this what in reference to something else? I can do it again. Um, the score lines are at 4 inches, your first one. The next score line is at 4 and 3/16. I don't have 16ths of an inch measurement on my scoring tool. So what I do is I just move my paper so that that 4-inch score line is now in between my two tick marks here because my tick marks are at 1/8 of an inch. And so by nudging it over halfway, that gives me, not quite that full 1/8 inch, it gives me a 16th of an inch, and then I can just score at, the 1/8 inch that gives me that mark like that. Um, the other thing that you could do if you wanted is you can measure these marks. So another choice would be measure 4 inches, do a do a tick mark, do another tick mark at 4 and 3/16, do a tick mark at 8 and 3/16, and then a tick mark at 8 and 5/16, and then score. And then you'll have the same lines. The third score line was at 8 and 3/16. The last score line is 8 and 5/16. So 4 inches is the first one. 4 and 3/16 is the second. 8 and 3/16 is our third. 8 and 5/16 is our fourth score line. And I'm sorry. Okay. So what I've done now is I want to make sure that just depending, so here's where you can decide which way you want this to open. So if you want the this to open the not too shabby way, then you want to make sure that that 4-inch panel is on your left, because this very last panel isn't a full, it's not 4 inches. So you want that to be on your right, like that. You don't have to fold all of these. I'm just folding them just so that you can see how that falls short. So you'll want the 4-inch side to be on your left here, if that's how you want it to open, so that the more narrow panel is actually going to be closed on the inside, and then this is nice and kind of flush. So from there, we need to just put in a score line for our pocket down here. And so the pocket is going to be, when this is all complete, it's going to be 6 inches. And so recall this is 8 inches tall. So we just need to score a line that is 2 inches. Shauna says, I think I have it, but I also have some extra scoring. But that's okay because we're going to decorate with pattern paper, so it's no biggie. All right, so I've got my 4 inches is here, so this is going to be my bottom. That's the other thing that you'll want to know, because just identify what is going to be your front, and that way you can orient it. And so this is going to be my bottom here. So I just want to score wherever my bottom is 2 inches from that all the way across. Okay. And so now we can actually fold and burnish everything. Now these gussets, they're so narrow. They can be really hard to actually fold. What I've found is brace it from the inside and just kind of roll it a little. And it should, since it's already been encouraged to fold there, it should fold right on your score line. Just takes a little bit of patience to work all the way down. And so there's that. I'll reinforce that. And then same on the other side. So this is 1/8 of an inch. Just kind of brace it from the inside, and then I just roll it until it kind of finds that score line. I haven't done this without adding the gusset, but that's because I knew I wanted to like really load these up. So I imagine if you did this flat, it would be a lot easier to construct, but I feel like it might actually limit how much you can stuff in here. And so but definitely, play with it and make it your own. And that's the fun of crafting, is just do it your way. If you don't like 16ths of an inch, don't have them, and craft to a different dimension. Okay, so I've folded and burnished all of my score lines. My gusset here is only 1/8 of an inch. That kind of gives me a little bit of a gusset between this, what's in this, the contents of this pocket, what's in the contents of this pocket. This gusset is 3/16. It's a little bit wider, so that gives me some extra bulk for this pocket to go over that. So that was the thinking and the rationale behind that. Hi, Yvette. Welcome. And then the last score line to fold is that bottom one for our pocket. So we just get that folded and burnish it. Okay, then we're gonna do some cutting. So the pockets, I've glued the pocket shut on one end, but I've left it open on the other, and that's so that we can have some bulk. because these pockets won't have a gusset. That's how we're able to get them all from one sheet like this. And so if you want to be able to kind of really load them up with stuff, it needs some room. Gluing both ends down is going to really restrict how much you can pop in there. But by leaving one edge open, then we can really kind of load it up. And so to cut, excuse me, all you need to do, we're gonna cut away this gusset. And so what I'll do, and I'm actually gonna cut it. I'll draw a line so that you can see. Oh, this is dark paper. You might not be able to see. So I'm gonna cut at a slight angle. Maybe my score line is there, where the edge of the black paper is. And what I'm going to do though is I'm gonna cut at just a little bit of an angle so that it's not like super mitered, but just a smidge. So the black line is the score line, and I'm going to kind of cut like that. How there's a little bit of an angle there, just a smidge. It just makes it a little bit of a neater finish if your cuts aren't perfect. So I'm gonna cut from, this is from the pocket, so cutting away a little bit of the pocket. And I'm gonna stop cutting when I hit the score line that's the bottom of the pocket. So stop cutting there. Then I'm gonna cut over, I'm gonna cut the gusset out too. The gusset needs to go away. So we're gonna cut along the score line. And then I am going to cut the whole gusset away, and on this side I'm gonna do that same thing, just a really slight angle, very slight miter angle, and those are gonna be our two open edges, and I'm gonna cut that down to that score line so that we can remove this entire piece here. So there that goes. So now it looks like this. And we just need to do the same thing with this gusset. Gotta cut that away. Hi Jay, welcome. So we have sixteenths and smidges. Yep. That's me. Jay, I'm making this. It's I'm dubbing it a trifold pocket folio. And it's got 16ths of an inch, so I don't know that you'll be making this one with us because I know you're not a fan of the 16ths either. um okay, so oh, hi Cindy. Did I say hi to you? When did you pop in, my friend? Welcome. I know, Jay. Sorry. It's an algebra folder. Yep. Okay. So, now on this edge, this is the edge I'm gluing straight. So I'm actually gonna cut straight. I'm gonna cut the score line off, but I'm not gonna do that smidge, little bit of a smidge of a miter. So I'm gonna leave that one straight, and then I'm gonna do a smidge of a miter on this side. T's gonna hate me. I swear, not all of my projects involve algebra, but sometimes I feel like it's necessary. Okay, and then so I've got essentially my gusset, and I just need to cut that. I need to cut that off completely, and so we'll just cut that along the score line at the bottom there, and there we go. That's what you should have. It wasn't that bad. Okay, so you can either you can glue now if you want. or you can wait until we figure out the mats and layers. I was actually able to glue it down, and still get my mats and layers in, but if you are at all worried, then I would wait and get all of the mats and layers in now, and then glue the pockets, closed on that one end later. So, let's pick some pattern papers. Do I was thinking of using some of the these of course they go so wonderfully together because the both the blue and the purples I think would go really well. The reds and the green in here would go really well too. So holler if you see something. Oh yay, Shauna's got it. Yay. Um, I'm gonna have to like make a version of this that doesn't have the 16th of an inch. It'll still have smidges though, T, but it won't have 16th of an inch. Okay, so let's see. If you see a paper you love, holler at me. I think I really love that one, but I used that one on the first one that I made. Oh, this one's pretty. Oh, I used that one too. I like already used all my favorites. Oh, the jam one. I haven't used the jam one. Jam jar one. Look, they're actually different. These two. This is just jam jars, and then this is jam jars with some leaves. So it's got like a little bit of the green in it. Um, Orange with navy. Yeah. That would be pretty. Let's see. Ooh, I like the lighter orange too. Ooh, this green is kind of nice too. This green with the navy would be nice. We'll get both of those out. Oops. Does that happen to you guys too? I just tore the whole thing. The whole thing fell apart. How many sheets do we need? I think it ends up being let's see, because you cannot get sorry, this is not the most efficient cuts of 6x6 because for each of these you basically need one sheet because you can't get two out of one sheet. You can get the just depending on your papers, you can get the oh, let's see. From one sheet, you can get this and this, which is nice because what I've done oops. What I've done, for example, is on this one, it's not really directional, but I sort of see a direction in that. But I was able to get from one sheet both the pocket and the matte layer. So this is 3 3/4, and by I think it is 5 3/4, and I think this you can get from the piece remaining. If Yeah, so it is 3 3/4 by 5 3/4, and from oh no, you can't get it from what's remaining. Oh yeah, you can. So 3 3/4 is that much, and then you can get your one and your pocket piece down here, 1 3/4. You can get that from this piece that's remaining, that's left over. So I think that I was able to get that. So in terms of number of sheets, you would need 3, 4, 5, I think. I didn't really count as I was making them though. Um, oh, happens all the time. I use a large clip and hold paper together once I've destroyed it. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, yeah. Uh Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Like, I just tore it that was, like, the second sheet I tore and boom, it's apart. Okay, so let's see. This is usually the part that takes me the longest. So I'm glad I have everyone's help here. There's that. And there is, let's see. Oh, I did not cover the back. Lazy me. You definitely could cover the back, if you're not being lazy like me. So, yeah. Um, way better than it sticking. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I would definitely take that trade-off. I agree. I agree for sure. Um, okay, so let's see. Let's see. Um, what papers are you all using if you're crafting along with me? Because you don't have to. And if you are crafting along with me, I hope you'll if you're using Not Too Shabby, I hope you'll join the Not Too Shabby Facebook group. I have Streamlabs, my little bot buddy, just posted a link to it. So pop on over and join the group if you aren't already. And maybe I'll put gingham on the outside, and then I'll use a nice large bit of ephemera for my, yes, that's what I'll do. I'm gonna use this big ephemera for my belly band decoration. That's gonna be this. And then, so maybe I'll put a little bit of green, or oh, maybe, folks, green or orange. Oh, maybe the orange, because there's like a little, it's like an apricot jam, I think. What do you guys think? Gonna look a little something like that. Does that look okay? The orange tea? Okay, good. Thanks. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so that's going to be our cover. Set that aside for the cover. And then on the inside, I'm gonna jam it up. I like that one. I think I'm gonna do the same thing of, oh good, lots of love for the orange. Thank you. Aw. I wish I could always craft live, because it's so helpful to have second, third, fourth, and fifth opinions. It took me forever to decide this one. I kind of do like the alternating, so like the two outer panels being the same. And so I think I might stick with that again. So let's see if we can find, ooh, so I might use that. Maybe not too much jam. And then maybe I'll do a fruity one in the center. She be jamming. Yes, I agree. People are so helpful with great ideas when my mind goes blank. Yeah, I agree for sure. Hi, Debbie. Welcome. Thanks for joining, my friend. So I think I'm gonna do. Oh, that's funny. I think I put that in the middle there too. Haha. Oh yeah, and then there's this one. We'll get to that when we get to that. So I think this is going to be my inside. And then let's start there. And I know I have one more piece I think I need to cut. So it does, Dawn, I think it does end up being 5 is what we're going to end up needing. So let's start cutting. All right, I'm going to keep that there as reference. And so for our mats and layers, when you're decorating your first panel here, this first panel is 4 by 6. Nice even number, 4 by 6. So you can cut your mats and layers to whatever, however much of this you want showing. So I'm going to cut mine at 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. And so I'm leaving a quarter, basically a quarter of an inch smaller in both directions. So that's that panel there. Then we have this left over, which I can use either somewhere on the inside, but I'm just gonna set that aside for now. And then I wanted my jam jars to be one on the leftmost panel. So again, we're just on the back of that first panel, which is 4x6. So same for me. It's going to be 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So that's going to go there. The middle panel also is 4x6. So these two are equal, 4x6, 4x6. Shauna, if you're decorating the back, it's going to be 4x6 too. So you'll need like one extra piece if you're doing, if you're going to go the extra mile, decorate the back. I always figure who's going to see it. But somebody will. Okay, so 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay, that's our middle. That's the middle one right there. Oh, is this directional? Jamie, are you here? Is Teresa here? Is Jamie here? Is this one directional, folks? Let me know. Cindy, I shudder when you stick your fingers under. When I do stuff like that. Okay, sorry. Let's not make people nervous. And I know you don't like the sound of it either. Then we have. You'll have to let me know before I glue this down if it's directional. Save me from that. Debbie says I think it goes either way. No, Debbie says I think it goes either way. Hi, Brian. No, I don't understand, Meg. I still have more cutting to do, Cindy. Sorry. Okay, so this last piece is going to be the matte layer for our third panel. The dimensions on the third panel is that it is 3 11/16 of an inch. It was just what was left over. So so that's how that I arrived at that. 3 11/16 by, it's all 6 inches tall. So take away a quarter of an inch and you get 3 7/16 of an inch. So just shy. This is why I love this guillotine, because it's got 16ths of an inch clearly marked. So just shy of half an inch. 3 7/16 by 5 3/4. Okay, that's our last one there. And then we have, okay, Jay says it looks good either way. How do you start with a full 8.5 11? I don't know. So I'll have to maybe adapt for 8.5 by 11. I started with what T said, 12 by 12. So maybe when I do the adaptation, because the thing is that I think this is a nice size, like in terms of the amount of goodies you can put in. So that's why I wanted to go with 12 by 12, even though I know not everybody uses 12 by 12 papers, but I just figure, you can fit so much. You can fit so much ephemera and, like, this calls for confetti embellishment package, which I know Jamie sells. So, like, look, it fits great. So it's a great size. I love it. We need one more piece, but let's see. I don't know what it's going to be yet. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, I think I like the darker. I think I like the darker orange. I'm having a squirrel moment here. Okay, so let us there is this. Maybe should I use green here? Or should I start the reveal of the fruit? Let's see. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, now I feel like I almost feel like I need to start conserving. Is it the point where I need to start conserving? Do you all ever get that way where you feel like you don't wanna use all your favorites? Then you feel like you have to, like, save some? Okay. Um, I think maybe I'll use this one on this panel. It kinda looks nice when you have, just that first flap. Um Debbie lurking, "Gotta get dinner, I'm hungry." Ooh, what's for dinner, Debbie? Let us know. Ordering? Me? Okay, I'm glad oh, wait, wait, we're talking about chocolate? What are we talking about chocolate? I wanna know. Yeah, see, Shauna, like, all the mats and layers cover it right up, right? So no worries if you had couple extra score lines. Okay, so I'm gonna cut my, last pattern paper panel, and it's going to be on the opposite side of this 3rd pocket, the 3rd flap of our folio, so that's gonna be the same 3 and 7/16. Feel free to use whichever margins make you most comfortable. 5 and 3/4. Then we have our pockets along the bottom, and I've got all these left that I can make pocket mats and layers from. So, I'm gonna see if you flip over to the back right away, you've got your nice contrasting, or not contrasting, but papers that will complement. So I think I can put the reds at the bottom like that. I think I'll put the green one at the bottom of that one. This green one came from that side. Where is that? Yeah. So we need our 3 pockets, and I think that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna use the solids, which were the back sides of these prints. So these get cut to this first and second pocket will be the same. So the width of it is going to be 3 3/4, and the height is, for me, 1 3/4. The pocket itself measures 4 by 2. So these first 2 panels, it's 4 inches wide by 2 inches tall. So you can always kind of cut your mats and layers however you'd like. So I'm gonna do 3 3/4 by 1 1/4. Okay. And the middle, this is going to be my middle one. 3 3/4, 1 3/4. And then my last one, the width is going to match this. So it's going to be, for me, 3 7/16 by 1 3/4. I think I'm done cutting, Cindy. You can unmute me now. And if watching me guillotine makes anyone nervous, I'm done with that too. So Okay, let's bring our project back and now we can start to glue this down. Yeah, the faux glitter, it's pretty. I love it. Chocolate is the best snack. Yep, I agree. Um, oh, Jace, you were thinking about things to put in the folio that were snacks. Oh, that would be fun. I think it's too small. Would this be too small for like a hot cocoa packet? Might be too small, right? Um, ooh, honey straws. Yes, tea bags. Tea bags and honey straws. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Great ideas. This is how I feel too, Lisa. So much talk about chocolate. I'm going to have to raid my M&M stash. At least you have an M&M stash to raid. I don't know that I have any chocolate at hand. Um, ooh, I like this idea. You could make special secret pockets with the panels for your candy and what is that? Stroop waffle? Oh, I need you to tell me. What is that? What's stroop waffle? I gotta know. Cindy, phew, all your fingers. Yeah, all my fingers. No band-aid. It's hidden from hubby. Oh, interesting. There was really thin taffy. Okay. Oh, that's kind of cool. All right, I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep these together. I know where what goes where. All right, so now we just need to decorate. So I am going to decorate one panel and then get the pocket glue just in case anyone has to run. I want to show how to get that pocket done. Oh man, ran out of glue. Okay. Ooh, let's get that right side up. And guess we're gonna use liquid glue the rest of the way. So I get this. I mean, technically you could save a little bit of paper by not going all the way down, but I'm not gluing the thing is I'm not gluing my pocket all the way shut. So you can actually still open, like peek open and look at it, which is why I have made the matte layer go all the way down into the pocket. It because some when I do mini albums, sometimes I'll do like a gusseted pocket, and so both ends will actually be closed, and then you don't actually see all the way down in there unless you're really like really looking in. Um, but because I'm leaving one edge open, it's pretty easy to peek in there. Then what I do to close off that pocket is just a little bit of liquid adhesive, and I put like the thinnest line. Basically, see like where that margin is? I'm basically aiming for just that amount of glue or less all the way down. Um, and liquid adhesive is going to be nice and permanent, and so that's going to hold that edge closed nicely. Don't do too much because it's going to ooze and spread, and that's just going to take away some of your pocket space. You don't need a lot. Uh, Liquid adhesives are generally pretty strong, like a nice, good quality PVA glue will keep that well stuck. So then you just do the rest the same. So okay, you think everything I think everybody said this could go either way. For me, for some reason, this feels like the way it goes. So I'll go with that. And oh, liquid adhesive is nice. You can move it around a little and get that nicely burnished. Then on the middle, I remember I said I cut this edge straight, and this is the one where I like went in a smidge and did like a little miter. That straight edge is the edge. You can decide whichever edge you want. But this is the edge I am choosing to glue down. The idea is just to glue the one edge down so that this pocket can kind of expand, sort of open up, and that way you can fit more stuff. Uh, and get that glued down. And then last panel. So once all the tricky scoring is done and our 1/16 of an inch cutting is done, it's all smooth sailing from there. It's just decorating. Okay, so get that. And then this one, I do like to, on the outer sides, I do like to glue in the outer edges so that if things kind of slide, they're sliding in and not sliding out of your folio. So if they slide inwards, they're gonna still kind of be contained within, and then you won't lose anything. It won't actually fall completely out. Okay, so all of that is burnished, and then now I can decorate my pockets. Running out of glue. Okay, and get that on. Oh, I do want to I want to show the belly band also. So let me get these two in, and then we'll get our belly band made so that, because I know we're a little bit over an hour, and if anyone has to bounce, I definitely want to make sure I cover that aspect. Love that the Not Too Shabby Shop papers are double-sided, because even though I use directional for here, I flip to the back and it's not directional. So it just shows how well designed these are. Teresa always does a fabulous job with these. She always makes it so that it's so well thought out and so well designed, so you can really make the most out of everything. Okay, my recommendation when you are going to make your, when you go to make your belly band, I know I'm not done decorating yet, but what I would recommend is, if you have an idea for what you think you might put into these pockets, I would maybe start to load up just stuff, start filling it with a little bit of stuff, like everything that you think you might, you don't have to decide, but that way it represents some of the bulk that might, let's say you want to cut some panels and and whatnot. So that represents, a little bit of bulk. Close this up, and then this is a little too tall. Okay, we just want bulk. See how that's bulked out now? Then what I like to do is I take, this is the 12-inch by 2.5, sorry, 2.5 wide by 12 inches tall. So take that. I like to leave it full on the back, and then do a nice soft, I don't even crease it. And this is why I like to just stuff it with some stuff, even if it's just temporary, so that you can represent, like, look how much bulk that is. So you wouldn't want to fold this completely flat. You want it to comfortably slide your folio in and out. So something a little like that might be how I would want that. So I don't even measure. So T, hopefully this, no measurement. No measuring, just wrap it, stuff it, and then wrap it. Where did my ephemera go, folks? I had one set aside. Oh no. Oh, did I stuff it in here? There we go. Okay. There. So, Okay. So then what you can do, see, oh, this is hard to see. This is that 12-inch belly band. It's not going to make its way all the way around because this is exactly 6 inches tall. So that's how much we left, like that much space is what we left for, to go around the bottom and around the top. And so you're gonna have a gap there and it's totally fine. Just put That's why we're gonna decorate it with a bit of ephemera. And you can go fancier with this belly band if you wanted to add like another little matte layer of a pattern paper would be nice there. So I'm just gonna put a little bit there, and that's where this piece of ephemera is gonna go. A little something like that. And once you get this kind of temporarily tacked down, you can kind of slide that off and then really like add some adhesive where you need to get it fully stuck, like right along the edges of the ephemera. And I like to kind of sneak in here with a bone folder and still give that really good varnish. So I leave this nice and rounded. So I'm not gonna crease those ends. Um, See how with my not too shabby one, this one's a little bit thinner, but I really want to be able to really stuff these. So see how easy that slides in now. So so that is, yeah, orange gingham is still coming. Um, yeah, I wanted to show how to make the belly band because I didn't know if folks were itching to leave because we've been streaming for an hour, so I wanted to skip to that just to make sure everybody got a chance to see it. But gotta go back now and finish decorating. So I've got my orange gingham here, and that's going to be my front. This is kind of a fun way to like maybe somebody is interested in subscribing to the box of the month, because the box of the month also comes with two paper pads and ephemera, and maybe they're just like a little bit on the fence. What you could do is giving them like a little sampler pack. Just throw in maybe some panels of the pattern papers, throw in some of the ephemera, and give them a little taste of what the Not Too Shabby Shop box of the month would be like, or the paper pad, because that also comes with two paper pads and ephemera. So it's a great way to like kind of share our stash, and especially for folks who might be like a little curious about the subscription clubs and they just want to see what it's like before committing. This might be like a fun way to introduce them to the subscription clubs. So if you're not familiar, I think everybody in the chat might already be familiar with the Not Too Shabby Shop subscription clubs. But for my replay crew, if you're not familiar, the Not Too Shabby Shop has four subscription plans. There is the box of the month, which comes as the full box of the month or the junior version, and I think one of them is sold out. But if Jamie is still in the shop, or in the chat, she'll have to let us know for sure. And then there's the stamp of the month, which has the option of getting the coordinating dies to go with it. And then there is what I'm crafting with today, which is our paper pad club. And that comes with two paper pads plus coordinating ephemera. So here is this month's A Sweet Life with as well fall gingham. So those are our two. And my project is complete. Now, like once this thins out, it's the belly band's still going to fit over it. It's just going to be pretty loose. But you want to make sure that, or at least I want to make sure for when I give this that it's going to allow me to kind of stuff as much as much as I can fill, because I want to be able to like really stuff this out and then have these as little, look at that. So that is the project that I made today. Oh, okay, so junior box was sold out, but 2 spots became available. Okay, great. So that's awesome that you were able to make more available. So very cool. Um, so that is our project for today. Oh, Jay, thanks. Really like the folio. Yeah. If anyone is crafting along and you want to share what you've made, go ahead and post it to the Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook group. And before we close out, I can, if you do that now, I'll stall for a couple more minutes and then I can pop on over and we can all check out what you've made. So let me just go ahead and recap the project that I made today and what I used. So I used the Not Too Shabby Shop paper pad club of the month for August. It comes with A Sweet Life and Fall Gingham. They are both 6x6 paper pads with 24 sheets. You get 4 of each of these 6 unique double-sided pattern papers. I've used this one quite a bit now, so I think I still have at least one of each. So as I flip through, I think you're gonna see each design and all really beautiful. Love the colors. This design here is designed so that you can cut it out and use the ephemera, but it's not pre-cut, which gives you the option to use the backside, which is this really lovely printed kind of faux glitter, but in an ombre, which is pretty cool. And so you do get, as I mentioned, 4 sheets of each of these designs. So I think we're already starting to repeat. And that is our A Sweet Life. It does come with a matching ephemera pack, which is very generous, but I've sort of stuffed them into a little bit into this one and a little bit into this project here, which I use to practice making or designing this folio. So let me just quickly, these are the larger ephemera pieces, but there's more in the packet, in the cello packet there. And you do have some that are sentiments. So these are great for card making too. You pop a little sentiment on. You can stamp on these also. So I know the banner is blank, but you could stamp a sentiment into that. And so really lovely. Lots of different sizes. So just depending on the scale of your project, you can pick whatever makes the most sense. And then there are some individual berries and smaller banners. I've just left that in the cello packet. And so that is, this is just here just to stuff that pocket a little bit more. So you can see, like, you can add quite a bit, and by designing our belly band the way that we've done it, it still slides. It's super stuffed. You can see how thick that is at the bottom there, but you can still slide this in really easily, and the belly band just keeps anything from like falling out the top. So that is the trifold pocket folio that I created, and I don't think I mentioned the fall gingham, so let me flip through this. So we got a Sweet Life with its matching ephemera, and the second paper pad in the paper pad club is fall gingham. And same thing, you get 24 sheets for each of the six double-sided designs. And they are front and back are different. One is like a little bit lighter, one's a little bit darker. It might be more subtle on some than others, but they are slightly different. So it does give you some nice options for matching to your project. And really lovely. Pretty much have all the colors of the rainbow, and it goes beautifully with this paper pad, of course, because it's got all the same colors, including a really nice brown, because there are some like stems and branches and the vines and stuff. So really, really lovely, and still available. So check out the Not Too Shabby shop if you are interested in joining this subscription club or any of the monthly subscriptions. If you like to have a little bit of a crafty happy meal every month. So, oh my gosh, I am missing a lot in the chat. Prayers. Oh, Alyssa, I just put my mother into hospice care today. Oh, I'm so sorry, Elisa. She's 88 years old. Yeah, that must be difficult. I wish you the very best, and I'll be sending positive vibes to you and to your mom. Um, yeah, that's rough. Uh, lots of prayers for coming in for you. Yeah, yeah. My dad died 5 years ago. He was in hospice care as well. Yeah, my dad too. He was in hospice care, but it was a little bit late. Um, by the time we had him in hospice, for our family, I think there was a little bit of denial as to the situation, which is a little bit, can be challenging when you have a loved one in that situation. And so but I think, hospice care, they usually take really good care of you, and they make that transition just a little bit easier for everybody. So hugs to you, Lisa. I think I saw that. um Dawn, did you say you posted? I'm gonna pop on over and check it out. Oh, yay. Aw, thanks for crafting along, Dawn. This is beautiful. Okay, I have to share this so that we can all see it. Um, thanks for thanks for sharing this. Let's see. Okay, so check that out, everybody. That's so pretty. I love this. Oh, my aunt would love this too. She loves flamingos. Oh, so pretty. Dawn, did you say which paper pad you use? Ooh. Oh, that's striking with the black and white stripes. Gorgeous. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love how you did that. So pretty. Let's see, did you do the back? No picture. Dawn, did you decorate the back? Just curious. Tropical, nice. Oh, of course, Jamie recognized right away. Love it. Love the flamingos. Oh, lots of love. Lots of love for your project. Beautiful. Love it, Dawn. Um, I'm glad you're not the algebra involved didn't turn you off on this project. Okay. Oh, you didn't do the back. See, because I might go back. I might. I might go back and decorate the back of now that you've called it out. I don't know, it looks so plain, right? Should I go back and decorate the back? M maybe with a little bit of gingham, because then the belly band will stand out. Yeah, I don't know. I'm tempted to go back and and decorate this now that Don's given me the idea. You've given me lots of good ideas today, my friend. Uh, oh, good. Don says, I love numbers, so it doesn't bother me. Okay, wonderful. Well, I am so, so glad. Um, thanks for joining, T. Gotta run, friends. Thanks, Lynn, for the live. Take care, all. Take care as well. I hope the weather doesn't get any more stormy for you where you're at, my friend. Um, yeah, okay. Don saying, I think so. Yeah, it's going to show. Yeah, okay. I'm thinking so too. Just a bit more paper there. Um, yeah, Elisa, though, even when you know it's coming, it's still so hard. So, my thoughts to you and to your family during this time. It's going to be hard, I'm sure. So, why not one more sheet? I yeah, but then I feel sometimes I just feel like I need to conserve. But you're right. You're so right. It's worth it. We have to use our papers, folks. So, um, so I love this, and I um I just like the idea of sending out a little happy mail and for our subscription box of the month subscribers, I just love the idea of, like, sending out little sample packets to your crafty friends who might be interested, want to know a little bit more about Not Too Shabby. You could give them, like, a little sample packet of, the papers and the ephemera that come in either this subscription or the box of the month, because they both have 2 paper pads and ephemera packs. In, the case of the Paper Pad Club, there's 1 ephemera pack, and usually with the box of the month, you get 2 ephemera packs. And I always find it's just so generous what we get in our subscription clubs that it's fun to share with our crafty friends too. So, so if you have friends out there who are curious about, the Not Too Shabby Shop clubs, maybe share a little sample with them. Don says, "For Christmas gifts to family." Yeah, absolutely, because it doesn't have to be just crafty goodies that you stuff it with. T was saying, some tea bags and maybe those honey straws would be really great too. I haven't measured it out. I don't know if this will fit hot cocoa packets. I don't think it's wide enough, but Jay said chocolate, so you could fit like maybe chocolate bar in there. Oh yay! Just posted a quick pic to Facebook. Awesome. I'm gonna refresh and I'll bring that up, Cordelia. Let's see. Yes. Oh, this is so lovely. Got okay, I gotta share. Gotta share. Oh, recipes. I was just seeing that comment. Look how cute. I love the cupcakes. This is adorable. I know Cordelia just did a quick photo, so she doesn't have all the inside photos, but oh, that's so adorbs. Very adorable. I love it. That's cute. What paper pad is that from? You guys are gonna make me start shopping. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. Elisa, you can make them fit. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Cordelia, my desk is a mess. Thanks for crafting along with me today, my friend. I hope it was worth it, the mess. Um, oh, cooking with love. Awesome. Shauna says very fun. Oh, lots of love for your for your folio. What am I calling this? Trifold pocket folio. It's a mouthful. So awesome. Well, I am so, so happy that, oh, Shauna, I don't know. Shauna, were you able to finish yours? I don't know if you, should we hang out a little bit? Are you close to done? And only if you want to share, but I don't want to close out the stream if you're close to being done and would like to share, because I'm sure it would be a treat for all of us to see what you've made. Um, Everybody's sharing it out to the Not Too Shabby Shop Facebook group, so feel free to pop a photo in there if you craft it along. But yeah, so thank you, everybody, for joining me either live. It's always so fun to craft and chat with everybody, especially, getting everybody's opinions on, what papers I should use, because often that's the hardest part for me for a lot of my projects is what papers to use. And, so it's always fun to Elisa, yes, let's convince her to share. So it's always fun to craft and chat with you live. And if you are joining as part of the hashtag or the replay crew, thanks for catching the replay. I always appreciate you as well. And if you have any questions or comments, do leave them. Ooh, the inside. Oh, I know Cordelia's bouncing, but just want to, in case anyone wants to check out the with me, the inside. Look at that. Oh, that is so pretty. I love it. Oh, that's so sweet. I love this one. It's got, I can see the apron and all the little kitchen. Oh, it's so cool. So, so pretty. I love it. Love it. Um and let's give that a refresh and we'll see if, okay. So I don't know if oh, you covered the back. Oh, Cordelia's gotta run. My cats are mad because they didn't get their treats on time. Oh, I know how cats can be. Dawn just covered the back of hers. Okay, now I've definitely got to do mine too then. Um, Bye, Cindy. Thanks for joining, my friend. Um, uh-oh. What does this mean, Shauna? Hi, crazy creeper. Welcome. We're just about to wrap up. Um, but I've had a blast getting to craft with everybody. And Shauna, if you're gonna share, I still welcome you to share in on Facebook. We may just have to catch that offline, but um, I am crazy late to the stream. Oh, no worries. Here's just a quick recap. I was crafting with the Not Too Shabby Shop August paper pad club. It comes with the 2 paper pads and an ephemera pack that goes with a sweet life. And this is the project we made live today. It is a trifold pocket folio, and we've had so many good suggestions in the live chat about what you can stuff into these pockets, and ideas for giving little gift packets away. So that's what we made tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining me, and I hope the rest of your week is pleasant and that you have a lovely rest of your evening. Thanks again, and until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye.